I help conserve the environment. I'm a natural area steward, so what I do is I manage state lands for rare, threatened, and endangered species. So I guess my contribution is by doing on-the-ground land management to help restore these rare ecosystems, which in turn supports the rare plants and animals that live there. I guess the main thing that relates to my job is the Natural Areas Preservation Act of 1989, which basically codified DCR's duties in the realm of biological inventory and to maintain a database of all that information so that we can make wise decisions in project review for if we want new development or new roads. Helps us make informed decisions about which lands that we should protect. Like if we know where the rare species are, then those are the lands we're going to protect. And then gave us the duties of natural areas management. So once we protect these lands, do what needs to be done to help promote the biodiversity of those sites. One thing I really enjoy about my job is, which is great because it's the main thing I do, is habitat restoration. And a lot of that involves using prescribed fire. So I get to set the woods on fire because Southeast Virginia used to be dominated by regular fires, and a lot of our plants and animals and ecosystems evolved with frequent fire. And in the era of fire suppression, a lot of these things start disappearing. And it amazes me how we can take a site that used to have frequent fire, hasn't had fire for 50, 100 years, reintroduce fire and see these species start coming back. Essentially, it's the Natural Areas Preserved Act of 1989. That set in law the duties of the Department of Conservation and Recreation and established the Natural Heritage Program. So our agency, which has about roughly 60 odd people in it, all work in, we have all the ologists that go out, the zoologists, the biologists, the botanists, and all that go out and do inventory. And then we have our data management section that collects all that information that we present them. And then, if we preserve a piece of land, it goes to the stewardship section, which is what I'm part of, so for land management. We have other portions of natural heritage that do other things, but those are the main three groups. Well, there are a lot of people out there who find the biodiversity of Virginia or of the world to be important. You certainly have people who couldn't care, about the rare insect that lives only on one mountaintop of Virginia. But there are a lot of people who find that important. They find biodiversity important, and enough, citizens find it important that the the government has created this agency to track that. So it's having that constituency out there that finds biodiversity important is basically what drives the Natural Heritage Program, because we're interested in the world and life and all the things that make it up. And the best thing to work off of is a strong foundation. And for anybody who wants to go into, the environmental science type side, some of the best people I've worked with are great field biologists. They've got a broad range of knowledge concerning plants, animals, the ecology, and from that basis, and they've worked their way up through the agencies, and they're some of the smartest, best people I work with. So getting that that broad knowledge base to start off of. If you want to go into policy, then it's good to have the knowledge base of, basic biology and ecology to apply to lawmaking and things like that.